3 months to go until Iowa caucuses, and you know, I'm kind of reminded that pundits don't choose presidents, people of Iowa do. That's a fact. I'll tell you, Iowa voters, they're not looking for the most polished candidate, they're looking for the most principled candidate. I found that out as I've traveled across the state and talked to people. I think we've been in either 13 or 15 counties now that we're counting. Senator Grassley told me, he said, you got to go to all of them, son. And so we're working on it. And speaking of that, you got a great senator that I've enjoyed working with. He's the agriculture. I appreciate you talking about what we've been able to accomplish in the state of Texas over the course of the last decade. You know, I happen to believe Iowa voters are plenty smart. They look at the record. They don't just listen to rhetoric. They look at the record. And I will tell you one thing, I am very proud of my conservative record. Balanced 6 state budgets while I've been the governor of the state of Texas. As you shared, the first time since World War II we actually cut state spending. And you think about the state of Texas and the growth that we've had over that last decade, and the idea that we've been able to have the courage to stand up and say, you know what, we're going to reduce the spending in our state. Texas faces a lot of the challenges that any other state faces, and we've been implementing whether it's border security. Some people talk about, well, you need to do X, Y, and Z along the border. Let me tell you, for a decade, I live it every day. I understand exactly what's going on that border, and we have places at the border that we have lost operational control to the drug cartels. We have a war, literally, in places along that border, and we've got to have a president of the United States that will stand up and not just talk about it, but secure that border with boots on the ground, with the aviation assets in the air, and truly do the constitutional duty of the United States and secure that border. Yeah, my conservative values are not unlike the Midwestern values that we've seen here. I traveled here in the late 70s to come and just see how they made those John Deere tractors. To see how that manufacturing facility over in Dubuque. We visited in Waterloo. This is a great state. You are the breadbasket of the world. You help feed the world. And from the standpoint of having the opportunity to continue to do the things that have happened in the state over the course of the generations, our country is at a crossroads. As we look and see what's happening in Washington, D.C., and this monumental debt that John Archer talked about. We talk about the overtaxation and the overregulation. And we need a president of the United States that understands something clearly, that gets up every day and walks into that Oval Office with one overpowering mission, and that is to continue to focus upon and to have a country that is focused upon the creation of jobs, getting this country back working again. That ought to be the #1 job of the President of the United States, day in and day